Wisconsin, good evening. As you know, I'm Sovereign Governor Scott Walker, and I have a very special guest with me for tonight's update, Texas Governor Rick Perry. Governor, thank you for joining me.
Scott, it is my extreme pleasure to be here with you, good man. I have traveled far from the great Lone Star state of Texas to share a message of solidarity with you and your shareholders this day.
Rick, why are you talking like an illegal?
Ah, you noticed. To show my support for our Tea Party and the Constitution, I have decided to start speaking like this to honor our founding fathers.
Well, stick a feather in my hat and call it macaroni. Ha! Now, what do you think of these protesting union thug teachers we've got here in Madison?
Scott, listen to me. You simply have to get those greedy peons under control before they educate the people of your state. It is like I said in a speech to my party last month. Do we really need free school bus service, Black History Month, Hispanic Heritage Month, Asian Pacific Heritage Month, ESL, special needs and enrichment programs like music, art or math Olympiad?
Exactly. Let's just get rid of everything. I am a huge proponent of modeling our districts after a new program I'm developing based on the Lord of the Flies philosophy.
See, in Texas we have already implemented that, Scott. I think we should get back to the basics of the 3 R's: reading, writing and arithmetic. I mean, when is the last time a 6th grade science fair project yielded a cure for a disease?
You make an excellent point, Rick. So how is your Lord of the Flies education plan working so far in Texas?
Well, my dear lad, we have a $27 billion deficit, so that's impressive.
27 billion?
Yes, and we don't have to deal with pesky teacher unions, Scott, because Texas is a right-to-work state. Our pathetic teachers have very restricted rights, terrible benefits, and are packed in classrooms like sardines with the children whose parents can't send them to private schools. It's costing us a fortune.
Are you still able to finance big oil and corporate interests, though? Because those are vital to the working people I am trying to protect in Wisconsin.
That goes without saying. If I told them once, I have told them 100 times to put corporate dollars first, puppet show last.
Puppet show?
Well, yes. Puppet show. Education. Same thing when you have to present a budget to your voters. In Texas, some of our teachers do still cast ballots. Remarkably, some of them vote for me.
This is good stuff. You have a giant deficit, much larger than mine.
Well, thank you.
And you don't have to worry about public union teachers.
Good heavens, no. I can't negotiate past my hairline anyway.
And you are right to work in Texas?
Yes, as I said.
You know, I am really lucky to have another closet Tea Party governor like yourself looking out for me. And the Koch brothers. And Wisconsin, too.
You are too kind, Scott. I have been in the governor's office for over a decade, so I know what it takes to really run a state's economy into the ground. However, you are doing a very good job of doing that for someone with such little experience.
I'd credit part of my success to my lack of education, which is something I want to stress to Wisconsin students. Did I tell you I was actually kicked out of college for cheating, Governor Perry?
You were an early starter. My. I see students fail to finish all the time, and it doesn't really affect me. Texas has the highest dropout rate in the entire country. Are you sure you're not from my state, Scott?
Well, we are trying to make Wisconsin more like Texas every day.
You are doing a fine job indeed.
That's all the time I have tonight. Again, Rick Perry, thanks for coming up and braving these protesters. I learned a lot.
Thank you for the invitation. And don't forget, viewers, 2012 is just around the corner.
That's right. You know, you and I could expand what we were doing to a national level. Imagine the deficit.
27 billion. 27 trillion.
Oh, you've got my blood pumping now. Wisconsin, thank you and good night.